In 2022, following the death of her husband, Joni Lamb assumed the presidency of Daystar TV, and her salary jumped 140% to more than $1 million, according to an internal Daystar document obtained by the Roy's Report. The document, Final Salary Review for 2023, shows that in 2021, when Lamb's husband, Marcus Lamb, led the Christian TV network, Joni Lamb's salary was $436,750. But in 2022, her total compensation jumped to $1,048,200, more than 3 times the compensation of Daystar's next highest paid employee, the document states. The second highest paid employee was CFO Arnold Torres, who reportedly made $300,000 in 2022. Joni's son, former Daystar Vice President Jonathan Lamb, told TRR that his father and Daystar co-founder Marcus Lamb directed that Joni should get a salary that amounted to Marcus and Joni's salary combined upon his death. Jonathan said Joni's more than $1 million compensation included a housing allowance. When TRR reached out to Daystar TV for comment, Daystar claimed in a statement that Jonathan had misappropriated the document in breach of his fiduciary duties to Daystar. The network added, "Demand is hereby made that you not use the proposed salary information Jonathan provided to you." Daystar also claimed that the figure for Joni Lamb's salary is totally inaccurate and is, in fact, less than 7 figures. It also claimed that salaries for Joni Lamb and other Daystar executives were set based on recommendations provided by an independent third-party professional compensation firm based on comparable positions and comparable responsibilities. Daystar claimed its executive salaries are substantially lower than the recommendations and comparative salaries. However, Jonathan said Daystar's claims are false. Joni's total compensation is absolutely over $1 million, he told TRR, noting that the 2022 figures on the document were not proposed but verified 100%. The proposed salaries were for 2023. He added, "There was never anybody but my mom and dad setting everybody's salary. And then, when my dad passed, it was my mom and I for 2022 and 2023. Jonathan noted that in 2023, when he asked for access to the salary information in the new payroll software, Linda Cooper in HR said he could view anyone's salaries except Joni's and Doug Weiss's salary, per Joni's strict instructions. Jonathan said he supports 100% transparency and has zero ethical dilemma with disclosing salary information. He noted that if Daystar filed a 990 tax form like secular and some Christian nonprofits, it would have to disclose the salaries of its highest paid employees. Jonathan also told TRR that Joni's new husband, sex therapist Doug Weiss, began receiving a 6-figure salary from Daystar as soon as he married Joni. Jonathan said he believes Weiss's official title was consultant. The revelations come as Joni Lamb and Daystar are embroiled in scandal following allegations by Jonathan and his wife, Susie Lamb, that Joni covered up the sexual abuse of the couple's daughter. Joni Lamb is also facing allegations of financial misconduct for using a Daystar credit card to pay for her $100,000 honeymoon with husband Doug Weiss in 2023, as TRR reported. According to Jonathan Lamb, Daystar board member Tom Callender gifted the $100,000 to Joni when Jonathan objected to the charge in August 2023. Joni has since claimed that she paid for some of the $100,000 in charges with points earned on her Daystar credit card and repaid the rest with personal funds. TRR has also received unsealed court documents obtained by the Trinity Foundation, showing that Marcus and Joni Lamb regularly received housing and car allowances from Daystar as part of their total compensation. The documents show the couple received annual housing allowances of $75,000 to $132,317 for the years of 2002 through 2011. How much housing allowance Joni Lamb receives today is not known, since Daystar classifies as a church with the IRS and does not file 990 tax forms. The court documents also show the couple each received annual car allowances between $7,857 and $13,376 from 2008 through 2012. Joni's current car allowance is unknown. In comparison, Matthew Crouch, president of Trinity Broadcasting Network, the largest Christian TV network in the world, received a salary of $701,789 in 2022, according to the organization's 990 tax form. He also received an $88,935 housing allowance and $61,000 in retirement that year, for a total compensation of $851,724. TBN broadcasts in more than 100 countries and has several affiliated channels like Smile of a Child, Juice TV, and TBN Salsa. Daystar is quite a bit smaller, broadcasting in 50 countries. Lamb family receives nearly $2 million. According to the internal Daystar document, Joni Lamb, her children, and their spouses were paid nearly $2 million by Daystar in 2022. Daystar wrote in its statement to TRR that no salary at Daystar is paid from donated funds. Rather, all salaries are paid from revenues generated from the operation of the broadcast side of Daystar's network. However, TRR confirmed with Jonathan Lamb that these revenues come from fees Daystar programmers pay to the network for airtime, and these programmers are donor-supported. According to the internal document, Jonathan Lamb was the third highest paid Daystar employee in 2022, earning $199,000, $100,000 less than CFO Arnold Torres. Last November, amid growing tensions, Daystar fired Jonathan. But before the tensions erupted, he had been considered the heir apparent to the Daystar dynasty. Jonathan's wife, Susie Lamb, who co-hosted a program with her husband called The Green Room, received a salary of $90,000 in 2022. This was the lowest salary of all the Lamb family members. However, it was an increase of 25% over the previous year, when she had made $72,000. Susie also was set to receive a 10% increase in 2023, bringing her salary to $100,000. Joni's oldest daughter, Rachel Lamb Brown, made $190,000 in 2022 as Director of Communications, the document states. Her husband, Daystar producer Joshua Brown, reportedly received a salary of $100,000 that year. According to the document, Joshua was slated to receive a 25% salary increase in 2023, bringing his salary to $125,000. Rachel was set to receive a 5% increase, bringing her salary to $200,000. Joni's youngest daughter, Daystar contributor and podcaster Rebecca Lamb Weiss, was reportedly paid $100,000 in 2022. Her husband, Jonathan Weiss, received a salary of $185,000 for his job as Israel liaison, producer, and director of estate planning, the document states. Both Rebecca and Jonathan were slated to receive 5% increases in 2023, bringing their salaries to $105,000 and $195,000, respectively. However, salaries reveal only a portion of the fortune of the Lamb family and especially of Joni Lamb. In our next article, we'll reveal the vast real estate empire Joni has amassed, totaling approximately $11 million.